other programs. Essences programs in the hierarchy of God. Before talking about the development of essences in the higher worlds, we must remember that they live forever. Reincarnation ends upon transition to the hierarchy of God. Of course, eternal existence brings its own nuances to the development of soul. However, despite the fact that reincarnations of soul disappear, programs remain. All personalities, both in the positive and negative hierarchy, as well as in their medical hierarchy, evolve in accordance with their programs. In the universe, there isn't a single unprogrammed creature. The programs of eternal personalities differ from the programs of mortal people in that they contain many sub-programs. For example, for the dominants who guide a person through life, one personal program consists of fragments blocks of all those programs and they went through in the past. And nowadays, blocks are collected into one common program and new ones are necessarily added to them. The program of an ordinary person differs from the program of a determinator in that for a person it is single and for the dominants it is total multiply. Fragment blocks give the impression that their programs are assembled from pieces. This is necessary for their work. Fragments of past programs contain only the necessary knowledge acquired by the personality in one life, in another, and so on, until the moment the last program is compiled. Everything that he was able to comprehend in one life, the second, the third, and so on, is now summarized in one general program and is revealed as accessible knowledge. The result is an expanded consciousness. As a result, a significant number of past energy blocks are accumulated in the general program and the determinator uses them as his luggage. Unlike people who have 10 types of programs, the dominators have only one type of program. The higher systems standing above them compose them. In the hierarchy of God and in the medical system, all the essences are carried out according to programs. But unlike people, they have a division. Up to the middle of the hierarchy, programs are written to them by higher levels, and above the middle they begin to compose them for themselves, engaging in self-programming. The middle levels can even be isolated in this regard, since they are transitional from programming by others to their own construction of development processes. From a certain level of development, Supreme Personalities are given the right to plan their future themselves, in accordance with the goals given from above. They cannot deviate from the latter. Knowing their capabilities better, individuals are able to use them more effectively, which allows them to quickly accumulate the required amount of energy in order to rise high. But below the middle of hierarchy, each lower level of development of the program is compiled by a higher level. Therefore, the higher hierarchs working with the Earth compose even higher programs and the stages of personality evolution, which are included in the corresponding systems specializing in development, planning, and programming. The programs of the highest are aimed at improving the soul, its harmonious development, and conscious interaction with the higher and lower worlds. Programs consist of many subroutines. There is a division into age stages in the development programs of the essences. They have no childhood, youth, or old age. Their program is designed for an age corresponding to the level of development of their soul. Therefore, there isn't contradiction between the outer shell and the soul itself, which exists among people in the form of a contradiction between soul and body, where there is a young soul in an old body. Programs are given to all souls, but when the soul reaches its greatest development, with the process of increasing its energy, it receives the right to greater freedom than an ordinary human soul. The percentage of freedom for each hierarchy level is regulated. Hierarchy of God, and then each level, like a certain world, contains specialists, including calculations and programmers. But according to laws of hierarchical development, each of its levels, otherwise the world, controls the lower world, therefore sets development goals for it, and the higher one sets programs for it. Thus, for essences programs are compiled to a certain level by God's programmers who are in the same hierarchy. In addition, the digital method of composition of this program and their calculation is valid only for the material worlds and the first levels of the hierarchy. And from a certain level, the essences change the form of thinking and methods programming.